This is lot 34, FL Lucy. James has just started her and just starting to get her to flow around. She's got a fairly good motor to her, this little bitch. She's a full blood sister to Nutz, and I think this is probably the best of the bitches that I've seen. We sold a few as little pups, so I haven't seen them, but I don't mind this bitch at all. She's got a little bit to her. He's just going to lunge her around and get his sides on her here a little bit, then he'll let her kind of work a little. We don't like to let them get a hold of their stock too strong, like on the head too strong too soon. It's too hard to get them to go round, otherwise the sheep start to control them. So we do a bit of this lunging and try and make them go from what I call the hip to the head and stay on that outside, on the closed side. A lot of people want to block them on the fence, but I like to make sure that they'll be patient and go right round the fence from a very young age. I think foundations are really important. Once your pup's keen, the more you let him do wrong, the more under pressure he'll go back to doing that. So we start him in this little controlled environment to make sure that everything works for us. So he's doing a good job here, just lunging her. He'll change direction on her and just make sure she doesn't all the time bring this, come across the middle and bring the stock. I want to keep her. She wanted to do it a bit then, and he just kept it to that outside, let her track and be patient. People will say, oh, you'll teach your dog not to go to the head, but that's genetics is what teaches them to go to the lead, not training. You can't take a dog that wants to go to the back end and make it go to the lead for any length of time. She's doing some good work here, so he's just stood back against the fence and let her keep interested in the stock after lunging her. She wants to have a bit of a snip at the nose, and I reckon she'll bite both ends, this bitch, when we get her going down the track. So you'll let her do a little bit of that, and then he's just going to keep her tracking around the outside again. You don't want to let them do too much of that stuff. And I mean, she's reasonably pushy on these stock, but to be honest, if she's going to be a cattle dog, that's the way I want them to start. We can widen them out later, that's not an issue. Even in here, we can stop them getting rushy when they're close to their stock because we've got contact. If you're out in a big open area and they get a bit pressy on their stock, there's not much you can do. You can call her off good, which is another important thing. Good session.